Welcome back to another Spec adventure. I recently spent about 10 days in China, specifically Chongqing and Chengdu. Through my experiences, I'll share with you everything you'll need to know to get into and navigate around the country efficiently. Last video talks about how to even get into China. Do you need a visa? This video, we are going to talk about how to get around China via bus, metro, and train. Before you can even take the bus or metro, which is basically the China subway, I suggest you download the app called Alipay. You can definitely pay for the bus and metro using cash, but this will slow you down a whole bunch when traveling. Be like the locals and use 支付宝, aka Alipay. With Alipay, you link your credit card and use the dedicated bus or metro QR code to board the desired mode of transportation. Bus and metro have their own QR codes, so make sure you use the right one to scan your way in. If you're traveling to multiple cities, each city has its own unique bus and metro QR code, so make sure you activate it before using. The China metro layout is basically a replicate of the Japanese subway, so if you've commuted via Japan's subway, you won't have much issues here. That is to say, it's very easy to use the China's metro. It's super intuitive to know where you're at and where you need to go. Since Google Maps is not usable in China, you can use Apple Maps or Baidu Maps. I have found Apple Maps sometimes inconsistent with China addresses and would recommend Baidu Maps instead. When entering any metro station, there will be a security check. Get used to these as they are very common in China. No, it's not because you're American. All locals are subjected to search because they just want to make sure everyone's safe. So just comply and you'll be on your way. Throw all your bags in the luggage scanner and wait to be searched by an agent. If you have any liquid-filled bottles, just carry those with you and show it to them. Depending on the city, they may scan it or open it to sniff. If you don't want them sniffing it, then make sure the cap is sealed when you bring it through. This should be common sense, but make sure to carry your passport around with you everywhere. You may be asked to show identification randomly. They have security patrols walking around on the metro, so if you look sus, they will ask to ID you. So just don't look sus. There is an extra level of security when traveling by train. You're expected to do everything as you would like on the metro, but also are required to ID yourself before entering the train station. You'll see lots of locals using the automated machines to ID themselves, which are usually located in the center. But as a foreigner, go look for an agent usually sitting to the far right or left of all those automated machines. You'll hand your passport over to them, and they'll do the identification for you. To buy your train ticket, go to trip.com. It's a China accessible website. So if you wanted to buy your tickets there in China versus pre-plan it ahead of time, you can also do that. When buying your tickets, there are local trains and high-speed trains. You have the option to select different classes of seats. I've sat in both first and second class seats for high speed. There's not much of a difference between the two, except first class seats are a little bit wider and slightly more comfortable. Honestly, second class is comfortable enough for my broke ass, so if you're looking to save a few bucks, second class is good enough. Now if it came down to the local trains, by God, take the first class. First class is not a whole lot better, but at least you get your own loft space. You'll have your own seat and a hard bed above you. Actually, if you can avoid taking the local trains altogether, just straight up avoid it like the plague. I have no idea how old these trains are, but you'll for sure get the vibe that they are not from this century. It's bench seating with zero recline. There is one small little table in front of the window seat that's supposed to be communal use for all 6 people sitting there, but is really only big enough for one person. A silver tray usually sits on the table that's supposed to be shared between these 6 people to put seed shells. Yes, you have the imagery right. It's like old people cracking sunflower seeds and tossing it into the tray in front of you if you have the window seat. The only positive here is the price. 3-hour one-way is only $3 USD. Depending on where you're going, the local train might be your only option. If that's the case, you're in for an experience. Actually, if you're the type who actually just wants to have a local experience, take the local train. Don't let me kill your joy. There might be a time where you pre-bought a train ticket and realize you just can't catch the train. You don't have to rebuy it and can actually change it at the station. Go to trip.com and open your ticket under your bookings. Click on train info and grab the number at the top, the one that starts with the E. Give this number to the agent at the service counter and they'll be able to rebook your ticket for you. Even if you didn't create an account via trip.com, during the time of booking, you're still able to find this number. If you don't have a trip.com account, I suggest you create one at the time of your booking, just so you have all your records in one place. If you didn't, get your ticket's booking number from your email confirmation and search for it on trip.com. If it's a valid booking number, trip.com will auto-create an account for you. Now that you can get to where you need to get to, in the next video, we're going to be talking about payments and transactions. What are our options to pay? Yes, Alipay is one option. Are there transaction fees? What if I bought pictures? How do they get sent to me digitally? Stay tuned for another Spec adventure. Bye!